Me man penny for watching and a pay. Boko there. Mammy Frassi, free government communicator. Na yem misasa ni nimbiano. Ne peleta babo until we who be there no correct. Na to be pump the whole company. You be ready. Emani ye no correct.
Davy.
One more.
Onua FM 95.1.
Enyampa.
Na letter no be.
Enyampa.
You see am.
Davy. Letter be this say odi chere me say letter. Letter e chere say akpam obi sacked. SACKED. Say akpam nipa dodro see.
Mo fa letter into platform no so back.
Na ye nhwe. Because me a meti ha me hu letter be a chere say ya pam obi. Na ya me sha say no. Amechia me nua ba mai. Eja ati ye ma refi. Wa yi miama.
Wa ba mu
o a businessman o. O a big man ankasa. O a businessman.
NEIP letter ni. National Entrepreneurship and Innovation program. This was dated 21st February 2025 from CEO to HR officer. Temporary suspension of staff.
Good.
Following extensive follow-ups to resolve the issues related to the employment of existing staff, it has been determined that the complexity and legal implication of these issues prevent us from using operational funds to pay monthly staff allowance.
Good.
Management has been instructed to adhere strictly to due process in regularizing staff employment matters to prevent further legal complication. As a result, effective after the close of day today, all staff are instructed not to report to work starting Monday until these issues are fully resolved. Once the matters are adequately addressed, management may, the word is may, call upon specific staff whose services will be required to resume work. Additionally, all staff who are in the possession of any property belonging to NEIP are required to hand them over to the HR officer on or before close of work on Tuesday, 25th February 2025. Failure to do so will be considered as deliberate stealing of such items. Your cooperation and understanding in this matter are highly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. Nti yempam obia letter na okan ye no yempam obia na ye say munkotina ase na yenhwe nsem na yenhu dia ase na nsem no yede eko
na mu ya mafre bi
say afikra na ya share investigation ase because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama
right
was share Ghana for social contract between His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the average Ghanaian is say or the impuntu edwuma yede eba
right
ama o share about to the extent say 95.1 Ghana yenda ye be ye edwuma 8 hours
shift
8 hours shifts into about 3 shifts a day just a Ghana na ebe wom no under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama yenda ama Honorable Minister in charge of Foreign Affairs Accra Digital Samuel Okujato krapa ba out abeka say Accra Digital Center krapo die omon prepare omo ho because omo be starting
133
good and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is dedicated in providing jobs to the average Ghanaian. Now, Oshani track record what pe ejuma ana under his administration or the ejuma amma Ghana for is undoubted.
Onua FM.
What must say? Because under his administration,
no, be man crofo ejuma omo e ho dada ye pamomo.
I'm building on a point. I'm building on a point. Oh,
yeah.
And it is Excellency John Dramani Mahama under his administration. Unemployment na 7.4 single digits. Within just 7-8 years of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's administration, MPP administration, a cost rose to 14.7%. Nana, I say, mo department ano. ebi ana mo pe nkrofo so mo be adwuma but the fact say mo pe nkrofo so mo be adwuma no eno nkyere say ubekọ akogina gate na no na obi o sim bia no o say ma be adwuma wa na adwuma ye no so ye wo emra 95.1 ewo ho
right.
So to protect the employers nankasa uye adwuma wo ho no esese yen hwehwem say adwuma na ya fa no aso A B C D. One for instance mikoye adwuma me wie SS no mikoye adwuma wo miko charge kakra for some months asana me university admission ebaye now ye twa say usnit ye tumi twa na ankoba ne say why adwuma wo Onua FM 20 years 30 years ubekọ pension no na akachira wo say uni snit bia ye no we in some instances look NEIP NEIP isema ye kai Ghana ni bia pese
Onua FM 95.1
na regulation na hihye ye esese ye de tu ho no na Ghana ni no onye adwuma no esese ye fanto na nipa affect you investigation yi affect you omo ye 32 pe enye adwuma ko ni nyina o
but they are trust all staff
biba nipa investigation yi e form no
mususu se bibia akoso enko yie no
omo ye 32 na 32 no 12 out of the 32 no omo ankasa mo je adwuma mo anka cho bia hwe omo ko dada madafo bia meni ni ye adwuma in some institution o say we mu de omo din kwasa say me ko am nka cho bia me ntwo letter mo bia but adwuma ni policy ne say 3 months before resignation no notify them so that
they'll find a replacement.
Right. Na affect adwuma no. Now, 2
Onua FM 95.1
na 32 no then no my anti na mo hwehwe o mo nsem.
Enu na me ba ho no.
Yeah.
Omo employment a omo di ba adwuma no. Structure grade and hu. Just say bia o department head. Na o ye department head e wo Onua FM a esese ye ma 3,000. Now o ye deputy department header say ye ma 2,500. What I say o ye regular staff say ye ma 1,500. There was nothing like arrangement. Just say salary arrangement bia appointment arrangement bia nye de anyhow. And yes starting is hwemu no at least nana ye foul CEO wo bibia uba at least ube hwe nkratem na wa hwea ade o ansa na wa start wan kasa we adwuma no
yeah
and o hwehwe na o share salary arrangement of all the staff no say adenti na nkrofo we mu salary grade eni ho salary arrangement esanso ni ho omo position ye dia mo say omo nya adwuma esanso ni ho now until you cannot work with such a person because BBC as I say institution and taking care of that person because why uyare na ukofia 1 week 2 weeks 3 weeks 3 days who did them beba excuse this these are the procedures of the institution.
Yeah,
now
if it's more than a day
that is it.
Yeah.
Look, apart from that no one say you do adwuma mu a uko probation ebeka tell say ye uhia ade and a management nso monitor we adwuma ye as quick or as early as ubetumi adapting to radio adwuma no enusu eniho now yamba no payment illegal payment of allowances na ye je we adwuma mu a ye ma allowance ana ye ma salary salary.
Probation,
good. Probation and allowance. But you are on probation. There is no document proving say na probation. What must say?
Yeah.
There is also no document proving say you applied for a specific job and employment has been given to you. There is also no your friend is a documentation for your friend is your appointment letter. Who grade that woman ye the mouth because uko public institution be our grades. What must say? Uko secondary school ye more class A, class B, teachers ni na obi a one grade and na obi a one payment
95.1.
There was nothing like that.
And I make a send your son to say, yeah, okay, na Tasumunti, and Nipa 32. We Kanya 17 letter 10 be a staff be uncle fee naturally after Biaba. No, I saw by cometico.
That is it.
Letter ya. While my coming in a sifi, a munina mungo fee.
That is it.
I don't know. You're buying a
program. Me call program. And no the difference between NDC and the MPP. The PA me catch a man for say these political parties are not the same. Look, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, aka say, obi biara wa appoint obiara no. Ade mienu na ese se oma ende wo kan. Baako humility ahombrase. Second one transparency. Nia ubeye biara no. Magana for enti dia oye na ere ase.
Onua
what must say? Enti se na wo kan no. Honorable Julius Debra. Opa on letter biara. Say all the CEOs see under this administration na mebua. Obet me afre all the CEOs. Opa obefre Logas. Opa obefre your friend is Eduji Temaklo. Opa obefre other way no. Say massa munyina momo obia nkofi. But on the letter eba bonti so that in case of any eventuality we can refer to that letter.
But the former boss I want NEP refute more allegation or say on the NEP HR issue nothing legal was done. When I took over there was HR gaps. We had to fail to qualify us for our World Bank programs, for example, because there wasn't even a procurement unit. So we filled those gaps with temporary staff and put them on allowances.
95.1.
Allowances are not illegal. You don't pay SNET on allowances.
For how many years?
What's it?
For how many years?
What's it temporary?
And temporary no for how many months and years and maybe on temporary employment for 2 years and our temporary employment for 6 months. It should be stated in your letter.
Actually, the
law
states 6 months.
What I say, and your money na, and we had the same months, the same years, and then the same your friend is time frame. Until you can or can't our one because to me can say.
No, but the strange thing is for a letter to come out to say all of you go home. When we finish our investigation, we'll call some of you.
That is it. And it's an investigation no extra say one.
Onua FM 95.1.
Fine. Nobody will sack you. Two, say investigation no extra say whatever they are stating over there, there is a document to prove. So your HR. Kofi Council says
there be on your boss.
Oh no, your boss. And so your boss he should bring out and on say I can all kasano. Yeah, see your investigation. Now the document about it. And all kasano as a former boss, he should provide those lists. Those on probation. And what was their frame time on their probation? No? What must say? Because to me can say who use a human operational funds, HCR salaries, HCR allowances, without any record.
Right.
What must say? Without any record. Just a biaba MPP police station. One say, yeah. Say, me nyina be ye juma political parties for over 8 years. 8 years now why ye juma no or change. Na party na opposition and son our friend say be start ejuma. That is wickedness, display of wickedness. And look, you cannot use operational funds to pay salaries and allowances.
But this problem we find ourselves, it was the same problem 2017. You employed some just when you were exiting, and Osafumafo came to complain. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama complained about the way Osafumafo was also going about it. And all the MPP was going about it around that time. So why repeat what you don't like?
No, I'm coming. Okaya Kufuor time. Na
Onua 95.1.
Na Onua Kufuor aftermath of the 7th December election. Say
he kept them there.
Father for all. Nti omo etna. Kufuor do buy no. And osanso reverse it. That revocation issue no and we revoke about 13,000.
But you also did same. That's my point because after Mels Mahama came before Nanado came.
And I make her say, oh, after when Mahama came, you revoke you be for Mels to Mahama, it is a continuation. For Mels to Mahama, it was a continuation of government.
No, I'm talking about the complaint you made. What you didn't like when Akufo-Addo did it, as you're saying.
Good. Look, you cannot sack about 8,634 nurses. You cannot sack about 9,639. Your friend is a public sector workers.
Onua FM 95.1.
And nothing I may share say, me can say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama dear. Na gender. Odi abetina so no say. Obia Ghana ni bia bede ebeni adwuma aye. What must say? But enu nkyere say yema irregularities. Enye de enkoso because to me fa me enye adwuma for 10 years. I cannot work in Onua FM for 10 years without paying my needs.
Right. Mamenko
just said you am no tabletop edua NPP police station executive munji 1,000 munji 2,000 na mo fan kofi nkodi. Sa na ye running government.
But I say
employment after 7 December to say ye teacher ebroni nkate.
But as Mamenko doctor or na Dr. Sonche actually, it means that then you would have to prosecute a lot of these things.
Oh, yes.
Dr. Machana pay.
Marching.
Yeah,
Onua FM.
Your opinion about these Emra chief of staff thereby after 7th, but we've seen letters that some institutions or more chief directors are backdating the 7th to August, day July, day October. Chief directors nibi. Or more backdating.
Yo, yeah, the Dicano, Mamenchia, Moshe for the Motte for Nina.
Oh, my so.
Namenchia Yura, Honorable Alan Kojo Tremantin. The movement for change for Nina Morgana or more attire who cheedom. Ecosi and Neno. I'm
yea.
As some of course were Ghana, no, a year ago. Esan say oman we ayo maya nyamia shira.
Onua FM 95.1.
This is a country according to the IEA. Your total natural resource worth $12 trillion. Mpacho
yeah.
Anya billion.
Trillion.
Nansu sa no. Obi beka no. Yetisika so.
So come there.
NEIP asema buy no. NEIP will share the framework, the policy of why NEIP was introduced. Eto asumpa. But sebi no. NEIP has failed to live up to its mandate. It has failed to live up to this mandate. I don't even know why. We would even worry about this issue of the suspension of the workers alone. Yensha omo mandate any sika ko NEIP mu. And the output. Meka in 2022, the former boss, the CEO, Kofi Ofosun Kansa.
Yeah.
Or the Tuja ewo Ghana Investment Promotion Center, omo forum B, say the NEIP is going to support 300,000 young Ghanaian entrepreneurs with 10 billion Ghana cedis. Yembisa who say ekosi saying. When it comes to entrepreneurship and innovation in this country, how is it pushing the agenda to develop Ghana and build a better Ghana? You share all sectors of the economy. And then I'm in a way to Nahanum. You say gold, you share in gold. And I'm a but we do not have our domestic innovations, Ghanaian made innovations, right, to support our mining industry.
Onua FM 95.1.
After how many years of mining? Mining all are dominated by foreigners, foreign companies. How are we supporting research and innovation in our technical institutions, academia, right, to bring out solutions to be able to add more value to the gold resources we have and other resources? At the end of the year, we put people into office, they loot the hell out of this country, and at the end of the day, we sing praises to them, and then there's no accountability. And my message to the NDC, they say, this 4-year period, a revolutionary period. Yeah. This 4-year period, a year revolutionary period.
No, you are investigating, you are not done. At least they have 32 names. So why won't you let the 32 step aside? Now come you know. But you actually don't pay temporary staff.
But I'm saying that why would you, looking at the mandate of National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program? But are you looking at the word for word? Yeah, find the word for word. National, and regional, and constituency. Then who did Ojuma Fonu atu allowance? And as you rightly said, the law gives you a 6 months probation period. Yes. After then, you have to be adapted into formal employment. Exactly. Into the ECOC saying, why were all these people over 7 years, or now you can say 8 years of Abaino, or more under allowance? And of course, as a worker of Ghana, because what they were doing was beyond even what they were getting as allowance. They were working as full, fully employed employees.
Yeah, but that's why you explained that there was no HR system or policy, so he had to find somebody to do that job.
So, looking at the gaps, you are talking about organizational gaps, right? If you have fixed that, then you put them on full paying, structure, salary structure, and your allowance. And of course, it goes to tell you that, and if you see the reason, one of the reasons, or see, now World Bank project be WOHO. And then, yes, sir, or buy no who say gap WOHO, but sebi no, Sika Tafrifi World Bank in Tina Midi is share with 2 ho. So, what I say, I acquire self for Kobo. Asama ko NEIP, acquire self for Kobo. Oh, area na match one na ko Tom na freeway na freeway embobo
95.1
sana akwa. But there is no, deliberate policy blueprint on body to really solve the problem in their structure. Because who the employers got to allowance and after 6 months you don't employ them, then it means that you don't know what you're about. And I may catch you said it was deliberate so that Ombetmania saw World Bank funding. Omunya sa sika ne kran ekosi sen aban sika odema NEIP ni na ano. How were they able to support entrepreneurship? Wo to how o constituency ko hwemu. How have they been able to build the local economy in the constituency through NEIP? How were they able to support academia in research and development under their innovative policy drive? Ni na I say hwehwemu. Sky Coin NEIP against their output is high.
FM 95.1.
Alarming. Into Chroma,
but you have to lump everybody up and say, all of you go and stay in the house.
So the mistake, no, but the point is that Asubono there, Asubono, Yedebabo, Ofosun cancer. Number one, because the law says that if you want to have employed people on a probational period, it should be a span of 6 months. Yes. Into so you've been in power for 8 years, not 6 months, right? So why didn't you employ them fully? And I'm a pacho, asawa mekano ultimacy.
Yeah.
So sebi no, on to me back babonti embe kacho obi, because I think Ghanaians will tell you that we will never take scripture lessons from a drinking bar. That is what he's trying to do. Uwa abayemu dadano. What's in 8 years? You fail to employ these people. What you say? And now, Cecilia, I did not
95.1.
I taught China or said, I touch him. After now, Baba Obiasum said, I didn't know you Crawford. It's quite unfortunate.
How about the others in the as in the chief of staff's letter asking those who were employed on the 7th, all of them, withdraw more nurse for Abekasa,
I think
teacher for Abekasa.
Yeah, I think on principle, Ghana for. Now, share your healthcare system now, right? Healthcare delivery has a challenge because of deficits in our human resources.
Yeah.
Share the educational system, Susana. There's also a deficit in human resources. According to the UN, the benchmark for developing countries to attain universal educational coverage, for primary school it is 1 teacher to 40 people.
Yeah. 95.1.
In the secondary school is 1 to 25. But we share your Chrome Hanuma. We are not meeting these benchmark targets. And so it's affecting our ability to achieve those targets. So I disagree with that aspect. But yeah, who say Ghana Hanum, bibia by politics here. One share baby I don't know. It's highly politicized. Our society is highly polarized. Entina yemu bino ye fimwa ye won neutral gear so that ye betima kun ama the voiceless Ghanaians,
right,
and the patriotic Ghanaians on person who say Ghana be kunenim. And as I did mention, say to Chromanum na him say ye natural resource endowment $12 trillion. Na yeah and then Ghana ni bako kra bra na just say there's no
FM 95.1.
Right, Mame Faunra Thomas ran first Nooks possible demonstration tomorrow. WAEC is set to release Nkola results, those they withheld. They gave a date, they didn't release it. Assembly court to share almost our follow and Nkola ni be the court to share so we release it WAEC and any idea more compare stay of execution and yeah, that's what it is. Emma later omo copy stay of execution omo san kodi ntwo e wo ho no man nei why ka kire say obe release the result no enne nooks airborne training say we release the result no enne o china o mesi mountain so I don't know, these things keep coming and going it's becoming adia as a retro every year bia why can obi abokro no bia wi papers mo and adia ben it's just suspicion. And it be a school was question back when you answer enti. Yenti asese mun answer question back.
Address obe feel. What am I saying? Address obe feel. Me, I have been a victim of this situation before.
Really?
Yeah, chemistry exams. WASSCE. You see identity na nyina. Ipa mienu pe na nya B. Class na aka ni nyina.
Obi anya A.
Obi a
Nti ni school kura na woko ni se munya A.
That is the problem. Nti your chemistry was withheld. Nti yeah, per se you continue with education. Once you koye sciences any of the science courses ni nyina, you can get all the courses AAA, get elective maths, get English, get social studies crap there. Ohima. I nearly cried. Say what try
Onua FM 95.1.
Na bia ya withheld chemistry. Na opese unye biological science, molecular biology, environmental science, all the sciences, the main basic sciences, no. Dentistry, ni sanya, medicine, ni sanya ma. Unya chemistry. Na ya ka as social studies is there and count. Yes, say there no. You are not going to account for it.
Debbie.
Just a more result slip more fekeke. So I try
what the question mo enye
What the ultimate fan can grading system no. Because grading system here English, maths, science and then your 3 electives. If you are going to make the main sciences now, your 3 electives should be chemistry. Chemistry should be part. So either chemistry, biology, maths.
FM 95.1.
What am I saying? Chemistry should be
physics.
And our physics.
Yes.
So, but chemistry should be conk. As I said, and WOHO.
Yeah.
So, most of us had to also go and then rewrite. No, maybe someone say, now rewrite. And you were na the same students. No,
teacher for us supervisor. Yes.
Oh, this sometimes we don't because say students na then wa copy and now examination more practice be then akoso.
Yes, they suspect.
Now you one kasa or representative in the name of the teacher echo supervising exam, the same exams we are talking about.
Yes,
the teacher now all supervising exams in there. Only problem.
One trial report to post will be a
Only problem. 95.1.
Because sena wo kano ni report na ebema ahu say 3 students from this class with this index number examination more practice It is say she will say oh yeah examination more practice with the evidence. You have nothing that nothing can save you because you have violated the rules and regulations of the exams. But say we go through exams. Na o resource aba. Na eye a. Na obit in the office. Na obisa say
na school na third class.
Na school no third class. Enti ebeye den na mu betwa a. Ana ebeye den na 98% of the student body. Ebenya elective maths
95.1.
Na school ni yeko ese yeko di agro na. What must say? Ya nyina yeko ese yeko sua de ama ya make your parents and our families and our communities proud. Because ene so also ukotina is legona. Who join the future of your children?
Yeah.
Enya wo kwa ho. When you say is legon there, the environment your children can learn, study, and a neighborhood nankasa no.
Posh into that you want them to grow posh.
What I say?
Follow suit.
And I say, me a miti chokono, me a miti bukum. My trust this one so soon tiasi.
Debbie. Oh, the bankuna the way they don't know.
What am I say? So, and now ye the mra na ejuma. Ye the mra na ejuma. And to say ye the work of court. Now a court I must stay of executioner. Release the result for them.
95.1.
Because it will affect them academic calendar. Meaning some of them
universities are starting.
So those you have deprived them of entry into the tertiary institution. Why are you doing that?
But these things keep occurring. How do we solve it? Is it just demonstration? And every year, every year,
the same WAEC. Put out your systems. Students, mass systems ni nyina anye den enye ejuma. Yawa Ghana textbooks. Students were deprived of textbooks. Yama student textbooks so. But yet to me enya sika eto past questions ema students. Meanwhile near obetro odbesua de ama all questions ebeba from all angles.
Yeah.
That student will be able to solve. No yanya sa. Over 2 years,
95.1.
students were deprived of textbooks.
Right.
Our mind way mo. Until yesre WAEC. Me dear, nooks your friend is a demonstration and share make count. Because you can't deprive. Yeah, now we have equal right to quality education.
Yeah.
Mature exams. Do you have any evidence? Your own people came to supervise my exams. Say me through exams no. Omo anchi me wo ho.
Debbie.
Say me chiti o. Ba wo a wo ti wo office no. E na wo ka kire me say.
When susu entwa.
Man susu entwa nti. Esan say man ko school wo Adisada. Man ko Akraka. Man ko
Fantepem.
Legon. And all those big schools no. And say me ntwa. And look, almost all 98
of those
95.1 students, those big schools, they are already good from their primary level. They are already good from their primary. Most of the secondary, and yet they don't do anything special. They don't do anything special. And say, WAEC should exercise patience. Among stress the way I'm tighten, examination security. If probably writing and exams we cram to me the this mobile cameras no ebesisi all if that is what you think will help tighten security during exams
action no say person undertake strike no
they've done so.
But that's why I'm saying that action is an illegality,
right?
Because constitution no 1992 constitution article 195 Emma president ekwan say onyi obi na onkoda public service for enim. Share the registration of births and deaths act act 1027 na Emma kwan say omanpanyin beyi obi ada registry and births ano nti no by law no omanpanyin Mahama Wandifo he acted according to the law, but of course, Adeben na omoka ho asem. What are they fighting for? And this is where I agree with them. Nana.
Yay.
Ghana, your public polity or your civil service, that organ has become politicized.
Yes, it is.
Also, your employee appraisal systems, or your public policies now, it's all aligned to one way or the other these two dominant major political parties. In this, no, we are director or baby. Now I say your promoter
95.1.
Unya promotion because we are buying any power. And I will share party rallies. The civil service of Ghana has to be what? Politically neutral.
Yeah.
As enshrined in our Civil Service Act 1993, PNDC Law 327. And some we are neutral. But share and then even some people within our civil service are contested as parliamentary candidates. Are contested as party executives. Party congress. Party callers. Nina etiamra. I think so going forward, no, the best way to solve this issue is to amend the constitution. Because who show your head of the Civil Service Commission now? The head of the Civil Service Commission is appointed by the president.
Yes.
That is why your Honorable Alan Kojo Tramantin has espoused in his great transformational plan. Said, creating a bicameral parliamentary system. Be a second chamber. Because the first chamber is partisan.
Yes.
MPP, NDC, Independent, CPP, will be a movement. Will be able to marry. But the second chamber, you be limited to non-political actors and non-state actors. Say, I am for the and politics. Uko dia. Na say, amu dia omuti amra. Eno de say amra no nka say oye ohina say oye politics. The omu yes ano omuti amra. And that's why I say that you say strengthen your constitution so that at the point in time, crown parliament betimet ohine efi krom hanu. The parliament of Ghana can dethrone a chief, be it paramount or sub chief bia.
Right.
Until you create a second chamber na make kan wasema. You be youth based organization more reps. More a central for no mote hanum. Most of some more mukuno. You would have your position in academia, trade union, CSOs. Private sector players ni nano. Faith based organizations. Yeah, malams ni asofu fono any the almost conform. Omuni na ebe come abomu. Then they create that second chamber,
right,
so that they can then appoint heads of independent constitutional bodies. So that politics embamu. It is all these sector players they are interest groups, and they will not do something that would subvert their interests. Who can share the political class? The political class always thinks about power and political interests.
Right.
But this second chamber would be able to eradicate politicization of our civil service.
The rest of the time, if I'm Thomas, I mean, why?
Onua FM 95.1.
And Cincinnati, Papa, and Tino, no one, you away. Won't pay for free. No, I'm paying for from Fanu Kwasek.
You see, Ghana, Amamwa, year running. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, as a Ghana forward say, is going to reset Ghana.
Yeah.
A Juma a year way. Media General,
Media General.
Ohima, who here say, me know about talking terms and son, and me know bet me a Juma. What's my say?
Son and can say,
who here say, me know about from one political party before we can work together.
That should have been the right thing.
What's my say? Uko Kolibua, Yama politics, especially Kolibua. Yama politics, the ama about down to even protest cleaners. Emu, Sebefa head of department.
Or check a party crowd.
Or check a party crowd.
Time I fan.
Time I fan. Say either is a friend to the CEO because CEO no a political appointment. And say ama politics no edidi yemu.
I know someone my na you
what must say na me nua no eka ahemfo asem. Look, Ghana current dispensation there is no chief on your politically exposed. None of them. may say none of them. Near over here as a chief, don't want about 99.9%. Only 1% of them are anyway. Because when you don't align yourself to a political party, what must say? Unya good roads, hospital, unya bi. What must say? If you are not a friend to a politician, unya sanya many even within our political parties, if you don't belong to one family, cronies, and what must say? It is under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama administration way, and I would say in Bebnu P. more appointments. Look. Usha Birth and Death Act na Act 1027. Usha Act 1027. Yedimra na ejuma o. Ghana yedimra na ejuma. Look, Oti hano.
Politician.
It is never true.
That's the president.
And Rita there no. The previous administration and Rita there no. It is still in court. There has never been any rule on that case. Modi call court. Nana do danko Akufo-Addo efa Henrietta musi politically exposed. Mompe still Henrietta wo ha ma 8 years no. Esu.
Enti mo so mo de politically person.
Debi. Ayemra na ye di ejuma. Say na Dr. Kayen until you change the rules and regulations, the laws. Usha omo act na say baba me kwan na ma kan a. Umra so. Usha omo act na. Omo act ni eka say omampen e na e what sa right no.
Yeah.
Now, I'm paying and share the academic qualification and experience of that individual. That is the clause. That is the clause over there. And that the person is qualified. Omunkoye Juma. Me say, Omunkoye Juma. Anka mianka. There are a lot of people working on the
FM 95.1.
Equally qualified. Me say, Nana.
Yay.
And then another Danko Akufo-Addo. Just within 1 year, Miba, just within 1 year, 2022, over 1 million Ghanaians. Omwejuma, say, a bomb. For the banking, your friend is banking sector issue, no. Disruption and destroying people's business. Contractors are mudi amusika echo 2 banks. Amusika no munfa amusan kan be CNA.
CEO so agisi ka say omo ye bank ya omo dey regrets.
What am I saying? Enu na ekoso. So se wanya ejuma bi ya. Me nka say nana ya ye MPP ni. Enti mi fa ni nye ejuma. Nana ya ye NDC ni. Enti mi ntumi fa ni nye. Ugba ejuma de bia me ka say mi ko ejuma.
Onua FM 95.1.
I don't have friend in my office.
Ugba ye ejuma asa.
Mi ba ye ejuma. Enti obi ntumi obi ka say oh mi ko didi aji say dog kan wan sa na metumi akodidi. Now omu kita omu flax. Omu kodidi. Na omu aba. Na afa ochinsa to time ebepo. So you don't need per the laws, the rules and regulations, but you still negotiate with them. You still negotiate with them. Yeah, you're listening, Excellency John Dramani Mahama, or you're listening government. But per the Birth and Death Act 2020 Act 1027.
For me.
Per the 1992 Constitution, Article 11 and Article 1, I say any provision which is not in consistency with the 1992 Constitution is null and void. So that means Act 1027, it is not null and void.
Constitution
1990, Mama no say
95.1.
Clause your friend is Article 195 no. So Emma is Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
The power to appoint.
The power to appoint. So look, mumfani nye ejuma. Say ejuma no on to me nya. Ghana for nyina be hu. The government will be exposed.
Right.
The Onua Kasa he will be exposed. It will deprive him of future appointments.
Right.
So yes, ejuma.
Ebusia memra so ene ejwada. Felicia say ba betna se o de ejuma na ebre wo.
Onua 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM.